Okay, this one will take 2 class periods to do probably. This is a post that was out there that I found. Well, actually, I found it on one of your guys' assignments, and I decided let's recreate it. So, copy image. I'm going to go over to Illustrator, and I'm going to paste it in here. Now, I want to encourage you to zoom out and use this gray area off the artboard to kind of put your things for a position and do trace things, and then put it in your artboard when you want to use it. So the first thing I see on this is I have some background images. Some start out with a square that's blue. So I go to the rectangle and I just click once and I make sure it says 1080px by 1080px. If it doesn't, I type it in. I click OK. And then I'm going to eyedrop. So I go to eyedropper and I'm going to eyedrop the blue that's in here. Now I take it and instead of manually moving it, I'm going to go over here to align. In the align tool, if you don't see it, make sure you're on properties and you have the item selected with the select tool. And now I can say horizontal align center, vertical align center. Okay. So now I have it in the middle. Now I want to create some text. So I'm going to take the text tool and type in, and I just clicked once. I'm going to show you again. As I click once like that, and it creates the text box for me, and I can now blow it up to be bigger so that we can see it better. But in all caps, I'm going to type game time like that. It says game day over there. That's fine. I'm just going to put game time on mine. I'm going to make it bigger holding the shift key down. I just stretch it out. I want to be able to read it, so I got to make it a width that'll work. And then I want to make this a bolder font, something like that, so that we can see through it. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller because I just want it to be sort of a hint that we can read it like that. So now I'm going to move it down in, and I'm going to eyedrop the light blue like that. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is make a copy of this. So I'm going to go Option and drag down to here at the bottom, and I'll put it at the bottom. And then if I want to select 2 things, I always go click on the first one and then shift click on the second one. And now I want to get these aligned left. So I go down to Align and I click Align Left. So now it's pretty good. I want to kind of move it over so they're both in the middle. Now I'm going to create a blend between these, and I count that I can put in 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. So I think there's room for 4 more in here. So I'm going to go to Object, Blend, Blend Options. And I'm going to go to, it should say Smooth Color when I get there, but I'm going to change it to Specified Steps. And I'm going to put in the number 4, because that's how many I think could fit in between. I click OK. Now that it's set, I can go and make an Object, Blend, and Make. And it puts game time, game time, game time all in a row. And it also makes them a unit, so I can move them around. So now I see that the background has it kind of rotated a little bit, so I go up to the corner. I don't go to the corner, I actually go past the corner a little bit. It turns into this double arrow. I just rotate it just a little bit, and I'm going to expand it just a little bit, holding the shift key down so that it covers the whole background like that. Next thing I want to do is have this fade back. So I'm going to click on this, go to opacity, and bring it down so it doesn't compete with the graphics in front. Something like that. Okay, so next thing I want to do is I want to create this as a background. So I want to take another rectangle, and I have these pieces hanging off the edge. So I'm going to just click once and then put a 1080 by 1080 pixel square in there. Just to demonstrate, I'm going to show that you don't need to have it be this color. It can be any color. It can be like that color, because you're not going to see it in the end. So now I'm going to horizontal line, vertical line, puts it right over everything. Now I take the selection tool and drag over the whole thing. And then there should be a Make Clipping Mask down here. I click Make Clipping Mask. And now it cuts off the edges, so I can just see the what's inside of the post. Okay. So now I'm going to put some text in that says Game Day. And click once with the text tool. I do not drag. I type in game, and I'm going to do time because I did time. And then I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, holding the shift key down. And then I'm going to change it to a white, like this one. So now I'm going to rotate it. So I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to go all past the edge, and I'm going to rotate it and kind of get it a little slant, just like the one here. And then I'm going to make it smaller. So make it a little bit smaller and put it right in here like that. Not the right font, but it'll work. Okay, then I can get all the other text in the same way. The next thing I want to show you is the logos. Make sure you understand that. So first thing I do is I'll go and grab a logo. Somebody mentioned in one of my classes, let's do the Florida Gators. So I'll type in Florida Gators logo. And That one looks small. This one looks big. I like it. I'm going to copy this image. Go to Illustrator. And here's the thing is, when I put it in, it looks fine. It looks like it doesn't have a background. But the problem is it does. Okay? And it also, if I stretch it, it'll pixelate it. So I got to fix it. I'm going to go to Image Trace. And I'm going to go to 6 colors because I see more than 3. Once I do the image trace, I look at the image quality, see if it's ruined. No, it's not ruined. So then I expand, ungroup, and now you can see the background that's in there. I'm just going to delete it. So I clicked off of it, and I clicked on it, and delete it. Oh, I didn't ungroup it enough. I guess I got to ungroup it one more time. And now I click off of it, click on the white, and delete. Now I got to group it back together, or I'll by accident move just the green, okay? It's all broken up now. So I want to select it all. Command G. Group, or group button over here. And I'm going to make it smaller and put it up kind of where it is on the layout, even smaller than that. And if I go Command 0, you're starting to see where we're heading. And there's a way to put a white around the outside of this logo that I'm going to show you really quick. But I'm running out of time, so hopefully if you can get this far, I think you'll be caught up for this class.